to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm super excited to get into today's pick a card because today we're doing a pick a card to see who is your divinely guided partner and when you will meet this person. So like I said, I'm super excited to see what comes up for us today. My Etsy shop is linked in the description below. If you'd ever like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And other than that, you know, pause the video if you need more time with the piles. And you can always pick more than one pile. So we have group 1 with the white crystal, group 2 with the purplish brown crystal, group 3 with the yellow crystal, and group 4 with the pink crystal. So like I said, you know, pause the video, take as much time as you need if you need more time, but we're just gonna get started. All right, if you chose group 1 with the white stone, this is your reading. Who you don't see coming, your divinely guided partner that is being divinely guided to you. Spirit, this is for group 1. Show me their divinely guided partner. What are they like? What is different about this romance? I keep hearing quiet. Wow. Wow, you guys, this is a very special love. I can already feel that. And I just get a sense of like calm and reassurance and comfort immediately just tapping into the energy of your pile. So first we have the Garden Healanthrope and then we have the Camella. The Garden Healanthrope says devotions and dreams fulfilled. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So there's like an energy of you guys really struggling to hold on to hope that you can receive a mystical, magical kind of love, you know? And I know that no one's perfect, but there's just this part of you that can never let go of this idea that you would really have something very special. And maybe the everyday person doesn't get it, but you've always kind of felt like you should or you would or you really wanted it, really resonated with a love that's more magical and fantastical. And your divinely guided partner is exactly that. Then we have the Camella with destiny. It is not in the stars that hold our destiny, but in ourselves. This is very interesting. You guys may have been trying to work with astrology to meet your divinely guided partner, but the energy that I get for you guys, group 1, is that your divinely guided partner has always been a part of your destiny, not something that is delivered by just divine timing or the stars. It's you following your destiny and being true to yourself that's actually connecting you to your divinely guided partner. We also have the Amaryllis and the Cabrera Daisy. Determination and creative achievement. It says you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. So you've grown and evolved from partner to partner to partner or person to person that you've dated. They would all say that you're different. They would all have different accounts of you. So you just going through life, going through relationships and living and experiencing has got you in alignment with this person. Not even through manifesting, not through the stars, not through something outside of you, but it's always been inside of you. And that's why you've always felt this feeling, this fire in your upper chest, like there's got to be something more. I can feel them. I can feel them a part of my timeline. I can feel that this is meant to be or supposed to happen. And it's been something that you've never really been able to shake. We have the Cabrera Daisy, purity, cheerfulness, and innocence. The present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it. So I feel like lately you guys have been really focused on what you don't have. And what Spirit is clearly telling for you guys, group 1, honestly, it's more about the process of it all, because you've been trying to figure it out. And you know, you meeting your divinely guided partner has only ever been something that could really be experienced. It's never been something that you could force or manifest and conjure up. Let me get one more. Spirit, can you tell me about this person? I feel like what I've got is more about the process and the timeline. Okay. We have the false indigo, the Venus mallow, and the trumpet gentian, power and healing. To get to what you love, first you have to be patient to what you have. So of course this could be applied to your timeline, but Spirit is saying this is about this person. They're very powerful and healing. They have a very dependable energy. It's giving earth sign Venus, like they have their Venus placement in Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. It's giving that kind of energy, or a earth sign moon. Like their love is so dependable, and they are so dependable. It's strong. It has a lot of power to it, but it's very tapped in. I'm also seeing this person look into your eyes a lot. Your exes may not have been able to give you eye contact, or you may have been uncomfortable giving your exes eye contact in the past, and you could never figure out why. And the answer I'm getting is kind of deep. It's almost like you knew that you weren't supposed to be with them, or they weren't your forever person, and you know that the eyes are the window to the soul. So maybe you avoided eye contact because your soul kind of knew, like, this isn't the person I'm supposed to make that deep connection with. But I was picking up on that. We have delicate fleeting beauty with the Venus mallow. It says, when life is not coming up roses, look to the weeds and find the hidden beauty within them. So your person, your divinely guided partner, is someone who is able to maintain themselves when things get uncomfortable or when things get boring. You may lean towards always trying to entertain your partners or curate their experience and make sure they're having the best possible experience in love and life with you. And this is someone who you don't need to entertain, someone who you can just be with. This is the both of us. This is mutual accountability and responsibility of the relationship. So they're not looking to you to entertain them or fix everything. You're with someone who has a strong sense of self and someone who just really understands relationships. And then we have the false indigo, immersion and intuition. When you reach the end of what you should know, you will be at the beginning of what you should see, is what that one says. So they're ready to free fall into a connection. Tapping into this person's journey, I feel like their journey hasn't been easy either. They've dated a lot of duds or just had like uncomfortable experiences in love as well. So they're ready. They're like Fool card in the tarot deck, like ready to jump into this relationship, ready to really give it their all. And this person knows what it's like to lose someone important. This could be a family member or a friend, and it's all of their experience has given them such a perspective on life and love that makes them so much better for you. So this is someone who's ready to like stand in the relationship and stand up and as their highest self, really. Okay, Spirit, show me the energy of this person. What are they like? Who is their divinely guided partner? We have the Midas / miser. So they got the Midas touch. You know, this is someone who is very, I'm hearing, what was I hearing? I was getting engineer energy. Like where this person may be really good with technology, or they may be an engineer. They may be someone who's a builder. We have the monk / nun, so they have their own connection to spirit, to the higher power. They have their own spiritual relationship. Very pure and peaceful type of person. They really do want peace, and they're peaceful in their communication, peaceful in their connection. And then we also have the companion here, so this person is a really good companion. Now here's the juice. I'm like, what have they been through? Just curious. Oh, that's crazy too. I was just talking about, it's kind of like the Fool card in the tarot deck. Like they're really ready to fully jump into a relationship. And then we got the Fool card from the Architect deck. And then we have the visionary. Wow. So this is a very creative person, someone who wants to create something special, someone who isn't just like any person could fill this void. This person genuinely feels like there is one person out there for them, and one person out there that's like perfect for them. And what they want to do is like build something really special with that one person. But they genuinely believe that not everyone could just fill this spot. It's like they're so tapped in with the divine. They really do feel like there is such thing as their person. They don't want to just make it work with someone who they have good things in common with, or someone who's willing to compromise. They want like a magical curated kind of love too, but I feel like just in a different way. I don't get an energy with this person that, okay, I don't get an energy with this person that they've always felt in their heart of hearts and their soul and their spirit that there was something really good out there for them in love. But Spirit brought me back to the child wounded. They may have had a hard childhood, and they didn't have like that kind of dreaming and fantastical nature was kind of snubbed out of them at an early age. But through their healing of their inner child, they've come to believe that there is someone out there that's special for them. So it's not like they've always felt like, oh, there's someone special for me and I'm looking for that person. For them, it's more like, I've been through a lot and I didn't believe at all. I didn't think in that way. You know, it was like I had very real problems to worry about. But now at their healed point in their journey, they're like, you know what? There really is someone special out there for me. I know it. So that's very interesting. Okay. So the monk nun says selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. So this person has a very Ziploc tight relationship with spirit, God, the divine, the higher power. And I really feel like that came from this child wounded energy. It really does feel like an escape. And now I'm hearing Paradise by Coldplay. So she ran away to her sleep. You know, there's like an energy of them. Their dream life was any sort of fantastic, because their waking life wasn't so good. The child wounded says, awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path to forgiveness. So if you struggle with childhood trauma, this isn't the person that's just gonna pat you on the head and tell you all better. This person has actionables because they had childhood trauma too. And one thing they're not gonna do is allow you to sit in that energy and be a victim. They're going to help you rise up and be your highest self, help you reclaim your life, help you reclaim your story. This is someone who has like actionables and tools, and they may even work with children, have a soft spot for children. They may be wanting to do foster care in the future, or be a teacher of some sort. But we got the miser, the Midas. This is like the teacher you want to have, the person that like, man, that's how I feel about my child's teacher this year. Like my kid is crazy. Okay, I have a baby. He's 7. He's not a baby. He's 7 years old, but he's an Aquarius. So he be putting me through it. And his teacher, she's been teaching for almost 30 years, and she is awesome. I haven't had a call from that lady yet. Like, she is just awesome. She really knows what she's doing, and she makes learning fun, and she knows how to handle kids. She doesn't give up when they're difficult or when they, you know, whatever their personal needs. It's no sweat on her back. Like, she's true to this. She's not new to this. And that's how this person feels. It feels like when it comes to working with children, when it comes to healing, when it comes to communication, when it comes to sharing, they're the Midas. Like, they just have a special touch. They treat everything like its own individual circumstance, which is why the way that they look at relationships is like, I want someone who's like really dedicated to this relationship, willing to put in the work, dedicated to me, dedicated to our union. And they feel like only God can bring them that, because they meet people and it's like, yeah, they're willing to work with me, but just because they want me, not because they really feel like, you know, this connection to our union. Like, it's interesting how you guys both kind of aspire to have a magical air energy to your relationship, but in different ways. That one says entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything into gold, delight in sharing life's riches. It doesn't matter if it's your first home, you guys got a little starter home, $100,000 home, small, teeny, tiny little thing together. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be beautiful, filled with art and creativity and love. This person, whether it's a job, a car, a house, whatever it is, they're willing to really put their special touch on it, and they're so creative in that way. We have the visionary. They may be into art or music. I feel like this person may have a unique interest, like they're into older cars, or they're into like paraphernalia of old sports teams, or taxidermy. Like it could be something totally like strange and unexpected, but this person feels like they have like a hobby, something that they really like. It could even be Legos. Visionary, capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without personal gain. So if they know how you can help yourself or how you can succeed, they're going to tell you that. They don't feel entitled to your success, your growth, your journey, or your essence. They're just kind of just like very, very proud in that way, proud of their ability to help anyone's life, period. That is the benefit. It's not something down the line that needs to be repaid. So they don't hold grudges. This person really keeps their heart. I'm seeing a feather on a scale, which I think is a nod to Egyptian mythology. I'm almost sure there is I don't know if it's a god or goddess, but I'm pretty sure there's an Egyptian mythology story about the weighing of a heart and a feather or something like that. But we have the Fool card, fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. So this person is funny. This person is also loyal. The Companion says loyal, tenacity, and unselfishness. So I really like their energy. I like their vibe. It feels very curated to you. We have the Page of Coins and the Seven of Coins. So when you meet, I didn't even see the Three of Staffs there. When you meet them, they may be starting a new business venture or starting their own business. We have the Seven of Coins. There's a lot of responsibility on their shoulders. They may pay for like their parents' house. I just heard buying my sister a car. They're really family oriented. They want to do for family. We have the Three of Staffs in reverse. This person doesn't expect much. So when they meet people, they don't try to like seduce you, I guess, for a lack of better words. Like they don't try to convince you to like them. They kind of just love to experience different people. That's the fun for them, just to experience a different frequency. We all have different genetic makeups, and this person just likes to feel like other people's frequencies. So they're not looking for anything when you meet them. We have the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Staffs, and the Empress. So they have a lot of respect for you. And I feel like they recognize you right away. They recognize you as either their future partner or someone who's going to be very significant to them. But we also have the Nine of Staffs and the Ace of Cups. So they have learned not to try to force their love onto people, not to chase other people. And also Nine of Staffs is kind of an energy of them really being in their power and just kind of sitting in their power. So I'm hearing a year. I feel like, oh my God, I almost forgot about to even check for the timeline. I forgot I was doing that for this reading. I'll do that next. But I'm hearing a year. I feel like within a year, you guys are going to be at the altar or married. I feel like it's not going to go at a super fast pace, not a super slow pace, but a steady pace. We have the Six of Coins in reverse and the Queen of Staffs in reverse. So you're not expecting something to come of this or investing in this person right away. We have the Eight of Staffs and the Knight of Staffs in reverse. So it's like our hearts are telling us yes, and our minds are telling us to slow down, to be tactful, to make sure this is our person, not to get too excited before we know for sure. We have the High Priestess in reverse and the Two of Swords. So both of you are in this energy, surprisingly, of not wanting to assume that this is your person, not assume that you're going to be together just because you met. Both of you are trying to take things slow. You also have other focuses in your life, like financially, life purpose, healing, whatever. So both of you guys are trying to take things at a reasonable pace. Spirit, what is the timeline for this divinely guided partner? Oh, there's another one that flipped over. I think that was the only one. Anything else for time, Spirit? Anything else? You may have already been around this person. I was just hearing Jim. So you may have made eye contact with this person or seen them at the gym before, but I feel like that's kind of where this energy is coming from as well. Like, you're not investing in this person right away. Six of Pentacles in reverse with the Queen of Staffs in reverse is kind of like, I'm not assuming that you're my person or jumping to start putting in work in this situation. So for time, we have October, winter, and April. So I feel like this will come through by April, but we got quite a range here, October to winter to April. We got some numbers. Any of these numbers could be significant to you. You could see these as angel numbers as well. Let's see what else. Oh, I get it. Okay. So we have 09, which could be September. We have 12, which could be December. We have 11, which could be November. Or you could be seeing 11, 11, 12, 12, combinations of 1s and 2s. Like I said, we got 9 and then we got 20. So this could happen on the 20th, or you could be born on the 20th. This is what's interesting. We have time is on your side and in the next few years. So I could see that being accurate because you guys are looking for a very specific person, someone who's going to mesh with you in a very specific way. It was clear from the tippy top of the reading that you're not looking for a love that's average or to just make it work with someone. And through all the healing you've done, you were becoming more and more okay, honestly, being single. Not that you want to be single, but you've accepted your singlehood. And if it's not right, if it's going to waste your time or be filled with BS, you will wait. We got February, we got March. It's funny because we got everything from the timeline, as wacky as it seems, is still very consistent. We literally got September, October, November, December. Now we got February and March. So the only one we're really missing is January. We got September 23rd to October 23rd. About the timeline, this is a mixed group. So this is going to come through as soon as it's available to you. But because you guys are aligning yourself with something so specific like the one, your divinely guided partner, it could take quite a while. We got in the next few years and time is on your side. So for some of you, it's going to take sooner rather than later. Some of you, it's going to take later rather than sooner. We got very soon, we got Saturday, and wait a bit longer. So I feel like it depends on your willingness to surrender to the journey, but also your willingness to cut out anything that's keeping you out of alignment with this, whether that's a person or healing, taking accountability, growth, whatever that needs to be done. And for some of you, it's a range here, you know, just because you're looking for someone, like there's like one of this person. You're looking for like the one. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys, group one. My Etsy is below in the description if you'd like your own private tarot reading. And that is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. Alright, if you chose group 2 with the purplish brown stone, this is your reading. Tapping in to see who is your divinely guided partner and when you will meet this partner. So let's get right into it. Spirit, show me this divinely guided partner for group 2. Who is this person? We got the companion that came out for you guys right away. So something important to you is partnership, like genuine partnership. Can I trust you? When things aren't going well, can I trust you? You know, like a companion, the person that chooses you. I'm hearing like, I choose you. Very important to you. Okay, let's see what else comes up for group 2. someone willing to take a risk, someone who's willing to look silly. Tapping into this energy, you want someone who's willing to embarrass themselves or willing to be vulnerable for the love that you guys will share together. So let's get into it. We got the companion. This one says loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. So you need someone where it's like, I don't have to worry about like if I get pregnant, if you get pregnant, if we have kids, or if I get busy at work, or if I get sick, or if I get depressed, or whatever. You're not going to fold on me. You're still going to be here just the same. All the birds all of a sudden outside just started going in. So I don't know, maybe that's an omen for you. I can't see what kind of birds they are. They're in the trees, but I think you guys should be able to hear them. They're really loud. We have the goddess, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. So you need someone who's sensual, someone who goes slow, someone who's into foreplay, someone who will take their time, caress your body, massage your body, make you feel good, stroke your hair, check on you mentally, someone who likes to connect with nature, someone who likes to connect with other life forms. You may be really into pets. You may actually have a bird or want a small farm. You need someone who's, you know, connected to their own life force, someone who can also motivate themselves, someone who wants you but doesn't need you. And I'm not talking about like, because love sometimes can feel like, ugh, I love you so much, like I need you to function. But I'm specifically talking about like, I need you to be motivated. I need you so that I can make the calls I need to make on time, pay the bills on time. That's the kind you don't want. But I need you, I love you so much, I need you, that's probably can get a pass with you guys. A very specific kind of need I'm feeling with that one though. So then we got the gambler, willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. So regardless if it's their family, regardless if it's, you know, society, whatever expectations may be on them, you need them to be able to rise above those expectations and still push through, to follow their intuition as well. So when it comes to like them being a little bit uncomfortable or them having cold feet, you need someone who's going to be willing to push through that. Someone with a healed inner child or still connected to their inner child, actively healing their inner child. This may be something that you've really struggled with, or you'd really have to work past to accept and embrace your inner child, the younger version of you. And for you guys, I'm hearing teen. So it may be like your inner younger person, but not your inner child per se, but certain things may trigger you. So to hear someone talk to themselves in a negative way, or to suppress or villainize the version of themselves that wants to have fun and be a little embarrassing and throw caution to the wind, like if that's a problem for them, it's going to be a problem for you. So your divinely guided partner is very much so connected to their inner child. Innocence, purity, and redemption suggest a special connection to the divine is what it says. So they may be a little psychic and you may like that. We have the mother. I'm surprised that a lot of divine feminine energy is showing up for your person. We have the goddess and the mother. So you really need someone who cares for Mother Earth, cares for the women in their life, cares for their feminine energy, their intuition, you know, their self-care, someone who really cares about themselves. You may be a warrior, and I'm hearing food down to what your person eats. Like to see your person eat like too much consistently or always eating bad food, like it to you, it may give you like an unnatural amount of anxiety. Like it may feel like they're throwing their life away. So you need someone who's mindful of the choices they make, someone who has discipline. It says nurturance, patience, and unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. So you may literally want kids or already have kids. You need someone who can be patient with your kids or your future kids or your animals, patient with you, someone who shows you unconditional love. And this person has that. And then we have the liberator and the advocate, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. So you need this person not to be a follower, a leader, someone who you can trust to lead you and your household, but also lead themselves and lead their friends down good paths. To be honest, I get this energy where you kind of question yourself because you are more judgmental of your person's friends and who they hang around than what society or social media may tell you is okay. But don't judge yourself for that, because I'm just feeling like this internal dialogue with you guys where it's like, you may really start to think negatively about your partner, because it's like, how can you always hang around people like that? Even if you're not like that, how can you always be around that energy? It doesn't make sense. You got to agree with that person or them to some degree, or agree with their lifestyle to some degree, because how could you watch your friend do something that you wouldn't do or you really don't approve of, doesn't sit right with you, and then vice versa? Like, how could you be so close to that all the time and not partly resonate with it or something? Like, don't judge yourself, because I feel this reasoning energy where it's like you really want to suppress that, but it matters to you, so let it matter. And then we have the Advocate, inspires you to put compassion into action. So you may really be a masculine energy. You may be someone who's always working, or someone who's really cut and dry, someone who's genuinely more logical, because this person is really bringing that feminine touch. Either that, or you are like this and you value this energy and you haven't seen it reflected in another person yet, to the point where it's pretty much a necessity for you at this point. Like, you need someone who has these qualities as well. Spirit, what else can you tell me for group 2? Show me their person's energy. We have the Hydrangea, Forget-Me-Nots, and the Bellflower. Someone's worked with one of these flowers. I'm hearing in some sort of spell. You've either used Forget-Me-Nots or hydrangeas. The hydrangea says thankfulness for understanding. Before we can forgive one another, we have to understand one another. Hydrangeas are such, like, the plants just are bursting with so much life. Hydrangeas are a symbol of just infinite life and possibilities, and you need someone who's willing to shapeshift into whatever they need to in order to be, I mean, I get a lot of family vibes, and that doesn't mean that you guys are necessarily going to have kids, but you want your own community. You may consider yourself to be a black sheep or really different, so you need someone who you can really start your own family with, even if it's just you and them and your, you know, plants, fur babies, farm, whatever. But you need someone who's genuinely trying to understand you versus just put you in position to fill some sort of void as wife or husband, partner, you know, whatever. You need someone who takes time to really understand you, who pays attention. It may really annoy you if you tell people things and they don't remember as well. So it could be some of that. We got the Bellflower with Gratitude. I really feel a domestic energy with you guys where the home matters to you. You may be a homebody, someone who cleans a lot or likes things in a specific kind of way. You may be like really organized, and if someone comes in and they throw off the system, it really triggers you. And also, if someone doesn't show gratitude for you and the things that you do for them, that's also something that could be very triggering for you. So they need to pay attention to you, and they need to know that I'm doing this because I'm a good partner. I'm doing this because it needs to be done. I need you to acknowledge my discipline. I need you to acknowledge what I do here. I need you to be aware of what I do here as well, so that you don't take it for granted. Because not everyone cleans up the way I do. Not everyone organizes the way I do. Not everyone has it together the way I do. This is a gift, and I'm gonna need you to appreciate it. Even if I would rather clean myself versus your cleaning, I still need you to be thankful for that, because I'm still doing it and I don't have to do it. Even if I prefer it, you need someone who can understand those intricacies and what you really bring to the table. Not someone who's trying to make you do more and more and more, but someone who can see what you do, acknowledge that, acknowledge what you say, remember what you say, and so on and so forth. Gratitude makes sense of our past and brings peace for today and creates a vision for tomorrow. So being thankful can really get them so far with you. And then we have the Forget-Me-Nots with Eternal Memories. I was hearing Dance in the Rain in the beginning of your reading, and that's what Eternal Memories kind of reminds me of like, you guys, you want someone who's adventurous, someone who's loving, someone who's fun, but also someone who can stand 10 toes when things get tough, someone who remembers things, someone who's also disciplined, not someone who's looking for a joy ride, a free ride, but someone who deserves the fun side of you. The best things in life are the people you've loved, the places you've seen, and the memories you've made along the way. And that is what you need. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say. Spirit, what else can you tell me for group 2? Two of Cups in reverse, Judgment, and the Nine of Cups. There is going to be an opportunity in the very near future for you to choose this path. That's what I'm hearing with this. That's what I'm seeing with this. Spirit, can you give me some more information on this for group 2? I would assume that it's like hermit mode or in acceptance that you won't find someone this special. You may be tempted to get on a dating app or make a decision in terms of love that will get you out of alignment with your divinely guided partner. You may be getting impatient, and Spirit is giving you the steps one at a time to this partner, but not giving you like, this is when this is exactly happening. So it's very frustrating for you. We have TikTok and the fates. So there's an energy here of you wanting to rush divine timing, you wanting it now or not at all, or you kind of being like, you know what, I just need someone who has a certain amount of qualities then, and I'll just settle for that. We got Imagine and Yang. So it's like, I have so much masculine energy, or I have so much responsibility that I can't stop my whole life or wait forever for something that I'm ready for now. So there's just like this energy you're in where you may make a decision that gets you out of alignment with this partner. I'm going to pull the cards of time next to get our time frame. We have deep knowing and mending as well. So there may be some healing that really does have to get done, really does have to get committed to in order for you to have this. Otherwise, you're going to continue to choose the wrong people. You know, you may have like a tendency to interact with partners who need you to kind of parent them or need you to lead them, and Spirit is trying to put you in alignment with an equal partner, but you have to become vulnerable, which will be very hard for you in order to do so, because through your experience you've learned that partners can be lazy, ungrateful, not as giving or loving. And so you may be in a position now where you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna, you know, settle for whatever I can get right now, and I'll make them, you know, who I need them to be, or, you know, something like that. And I don't feel like that's the case. So we have the Thinker card. You know, your own desires and thoughts are kind of leading you down a path that's going to put you in alignment with, I won't say something bad, because I do feel like you got your head screwed on, you know, well. I feel like you guys have a good head on your shoulders. I feel like you would pick someone who, I don't feel like you guys are, this is my like no BS pile. I don't feel like you guys are going to go for the okie doke, but love may be where you genuinely struggle, like career, good, in alignment, you know where you're going, a life purpose, you feel like you make an impact on your community or people, or you have a purpose that you're going to live out. But when it comes to love, that may be like where everything kind of changes and you struggle. And right now, I do feel like a bit of impatience and you just wanting love to the point where you can find it in anyone. And I don't feel like that's the case for you. Your cup is so full, 9 of Cups. You're so like such a good, disciplined partner that seriously not everyone can fill these shoes. So we have the Judgment card. I feel like there is some sort of sign or signal, omen you'll see today or within the next 3 days that will confirm for you to wait, that will confirm that the wait will be worth it. But yeah, we have the Death card in reverse. The journey is not over. Hermit in reverse, you still need to be open to the direction and the guidance of Spirit, because there's an energy here of you guys. Basically, it feels like you're about to settle. And again, because you guys have done so well in life in general, and because you're naturally more of a disciplined person, I do feel like you'd pick someone good. But we have the 7 of Swords. A card of self-sabotage. Like, look at him. He thinks he's running away, running off on the plug, but look how he's holding the swords by the bottom, so wanting to rush things that he's not even seeing the pain he's inflicting now. You will only know in retrospect, as you have to take so much time to heal, that was the very wrong decision for you. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. I also feel like there may be something you're not aware of, some sort of tie that someone still has to you, or danger that's still around you in some way. And it could be your own, you know, self-sabotage, your own lack of commitment to the journey, to getting the very, very, very best. We got the Hangman, and it came out sideways. So that to me signals a choice. You can surrender or you cannot surrender. Your action will have an impact on your situation. And then we got the King of Pentacles, the Devil, the Page of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Oh my God. It's like you can have the Page of Pentacles, someone who's a boy that you're going to try to shape into a man, but will never be the King of Pentacles. There's only one. You're either built for it or you're not. You either work yourself up to that point or you don't. It's not something you can build, but your own impatience and temptation may lead you into making a decision where only you lose. Because guess what? The Page of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups is freaking up. It's up and it's stuck. They hit a lick. They have succeeded. That is best case scenario for a Page of Pentacles, you guys. So the only person that will suffer is you. And to be honest, if you were to put yourself in that situation, I don't even think the Page of Pentacles would even be able to like perceive that you're... The Page of Pentacles wouldn't even be able to perceive that you've sacrificed so much to be with them. They would feel, because Page of Pentacles is also immature, so they have that. They don't have that foresight, that hindsight. They, like, if you were to be like, I do so much work, you don't know how much value I bring to the table, they're going to feel like, I mean, you chose me, so I'm equal. They're not even going to be able to understand all that you've been through or all that you do. Wait it out, you guys. We have waited out for a better time. Literally, as I said, waited out. I get chills. I get chills when stuff like that happens. But you're about to make some sort of impulsive decision, or a decision that you're currently making is putting you in position to end up in a position that does not serve you. We have 02, we have Monday, and then we have Leo season August 23rd, or sorry, July 23rd to August 22nd. 2 could represent February. You can be seeing a lot of 222 as well. Something significant could happen on the 2nd of the month. And then we have Monday that came out. We have time is on your side. So Spirit is giving you the confirmation, like, that what it is that you want, you are in alignment with. But you know what? I was hearing catch something, so I'm just going to put it straight out there like that. If you have a sneaky link, you may end up getting something from them that you can't do anything with, that you can't give back. Just be mindful of that, and that will change your future, because that will, you know, everyone is human at the end of the day. Everyone is human. So even if someone is divinely guided, if you do have baggage that is completely out of alignment with what you would have had if you didn't go on the path that led you there, or that they don't have the tools to handle, they're no longer exactly a match for you, because you're different, and you're different forever. We have Tuesday, we have number 14, and then we have Scorpio season October 24th to November 21st. Honestly, Scorpio season for me feels like when you're going through the big transformation that's aligning you with this divinely guided partner that will come through in Leo season. That's what I feel like it is. I don't feel like you're meeting this person that soon. Time is on your side, though. We do have wait for a better time. So the soonest it can come through is as soon as it will come through. But that is what I got for you. That is what I'm feeling here. And that is your message. My Etsy is linked below in the description if you want a private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. But that's what I got for you guys, group 2. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the yellow stone, this is your reading, tapping in to see who is your divinely guided partner and when you will meet them. We're using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot for you guys today. And let's get right into it, Spirit, for group 3 with the yellow stone. Who is their divinely guided partner that you have for them? One of these fell in my lap. very interesting. You guys may be kind of quirky. You guys may be into time periods as well, like different time periods. It feels like 50s, 60s kind of style. You may listen to music from different cultures or from different times. We have the nobility and self-esteem card that came out with the magnolia, and that immediately gave me a vision of like the 60s and you know, the old microphones that have, I don't know what they're called, but they're like silver and you can hold them, you know, like the Elvis microphone. And I was seeing someone with like slick hair performing. So you may be into like more of a time period or noble kind of style, but this one says there is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow men. True nobility lies in being superior to your former self. So you do need someone who's in competition with themselves, someone who's not in competition with you, someone who doesn't always want to argue with you, someone who sees your value and what you bring to the table, and someone who has a good amount of self-esteem, someone who's noble, someone who doesn't need you to constantly build them up every day and tell them everything is going to be okay, someone who's confident in who they are and what they bring to the table, someone who already knows their value. We got the Gloxinia and the tuberose. Gloxinia says love at first sight and proud spirit. So you need someone who, well, it says, when I saw you, I fell in love, and you smiled because you knew. So you want the fireworks with someone. You want that connection that kind of defies what makes sense. You know, you really want something special. And then we have the tuberose with dangerous pleasure. So this is all about really allowing yourself to feel everything, really allowing yourself to feel in love, to be in the relationship, to like someone who isn't constantly fighting themselves about their vulnerability because they actually like you, but someone who just allows themselves to like you. This one says, the secret to reaping the greatest fruitfulness and the greatest enjoyment from life is to live dangerously. Someone who's willing to take a risk, someone who's not stuck in their ways. And then we have the amaryllis and the hydrangea. This one says determination and creative achievement. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. So you need someone who's always striving for more and better, not in a way where they're lost in the sauce of like capitalism or the matrix or the workforce, but someone who's like, there's always ways that I can improve. Someone who's constantly improving themselves and in competition with themselves, not with you to be more successful than you, not with their friends or society or people on social media, but someone who just really does want to be their best self. And then we got the hydrangea, thankfulness for understanding. This one says, before we can forgive one another, we have to understand one another. So tapping into their energy. This is a very forgiving person, someone who really takes their time to get to know you, and that may be something very important to you. Like, my partners have to treat me like an individual. This can't be a all women or all men or all people kind of person that's always making these like assumptions based off of social media or based off of people that they knew at some time. This person really does have to treat you uniquely every time. Someone who, you know, doesn't make you pay for what their ex did either. I feel like you guys may have some relationship trauma, and it's not that it sits with you or it's still in your spirit, something that you still feel low vibrational about, but it's something that makes who you need like that much more unique and curated to you. Like, you really do need a person who is well-rounded, someone who understands themselves, someone who's healthy. Someone who takes initiative as well. We got the pioneer and the god that came out. So we got the hero heroine as well. So someone who can help you, someone who's a good companion to you, who you have a clearly romantic relationship with. And I feel like I'm reading on your past relationships, and it's like these are things that you've learned that you need and you've understood through experience that you have to have, you know, like your non-negotiables in a relationship. And it's like, this person has all of the things that your exes didn't, to be honest. We have the Companion. This one says loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. So this person has a strong willingness to work on the relationship, a strong willingness to work with you. They're loyal and they're unselfish. Someone who's not going to eat the last Oreo, but offer it to you like, no, but someone who really puts their feelings aside temporarily if you need the floor. You know, someone who, even if they're uncomfortable as well, will still go out of their way to try to make sure that you're comfortable. Someone who's a true partner. We also have the hero heroine. So this is interesting. Very few of you, like maybe 2 of you, are in a relationship you're trying to get out of, and this person is going to help you out of that relationship. But like I said, that's a specific download for like just a couple of you. Passion for a journey of personal empowerment. You may be hitting a wall in terms of your career, in terms of finances, and this person has connections to help you. And then we have the God and the Pioneer. The God says benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. And the Pioneer, passion for doing and creating what has never been done before. So you need someone really different. I almost get an idea that you guys don't really know what you need, like in terms of articulating it. Like you may not be able to describe the perfect person because it's so complex and you get tired just trying to explain it. Or you feel like you're asking for too much if you really go in and be detailed. So you'd rather just kind of give it up to God, almost so you don't have to say it out loud, because it does kind of feel a little extra or too much. Like there's an energy here of you not being completely comfortable with what you want or what you want to ask for. And then we have the Saboteur, highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. So this person is going to help you go through some sort of breakthrough. I can see that as clear as day. Spirit, what else can you help me, or what else can you show me in this relationship for group 3? What else do we need to know about their divinely guided partner? You need a very unselfish person. To be honest, you guys, this may be someone from the past for some of you. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Death card in reverse. So there's either some trauma or some development that you thought you already accomplished, but you didn't. That this person is helping you have like a final breakthrough on, or this is an actual person of the past that you really didn't think was going to come back, or you really didn't think you would ever entertain, or maybe even see again. But that person is spinning the block. They're coming back around for you. We have the High Priestess. Regardless, you know in your spirit that this is something that needs to be explored, even if it doesn't make sense. Maybe this person isn't your type, or maybe they don't look the way you would like someone to look who you would surrender to. Like for an example, if you are really good in business and you know you want someone who's also good in business, if someone tries to approach you and they look shabby, you may make, judgments about that person, like they don't have anything to offer me. No, I'm not going to give them my number. But there's this feeling like at the pit of your soul, at the bottom of your heart, you really know that this is something that I shouldn't let go. This is something that needs to be explored, and it's just an intuition. And it's funny because we got the love at first sight. When I saw you, I fell in love and you smiled because you knew. There's like this energy of you guys knowing each other. This could be a past life lover, or like I said, you could know them from the past. But regardless, there's this very strong intuitive activation that you get being around them. You feel so naturally attracted to them, but it doesn't make sense because they're not like your typical type that you would go for. Or like when you saw love for you, you didn't see it coming in this way. But also I got that you did at some point give it up to God and say, okay, Spirit, whatever you have for me, bring it to me, because I can't even articulate all that I feel like I need. And Spirit's like, well, now I done brought it, and you look at it elsewhere. You may have a really tight relationship, like with your guides, with God, with Spirit. You may even read the Bible or some sort of religious text. There's an energy here of you liking the religiousness of religion, like the consistent, okay, I have like, church on Sundays type of thing. Like you like I always have this path that I'm on. I always have stuff that I'm learning. You like that routine, that consistency. We have the 8 of Cups and the 7 of Wands. Yeah, there's a clear-cut opportunity for you to make things really work with someone of the past that you have a lot of love for, but 6 of Pentacles in reverse, 5 of Swords in reverse. I feel like you may have said, I will never, I don't care if that person comes back, I will not be with them. You may have made a solid decision, like, it's the principle, I'm not going to be with that person. But it's actually not them that led them back. It's God. It's the higher power. We have the Chariot in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse. So both of you are being humbled in some way so that you can move forward together. And also, even if this is someone you've never met, someone you don't have a past relationship with, again, this is talking about something you thought you were over, something you thought you made sense of and moved past, that this person is bringing back up. They may be triggering something from an old relationship, like something crazy may have happened like in your teen years in a relationship, and you're like, oh, that's just a fluke, that was just a one-off, but you're seeing that in this person and it's triggering you and you thought you got over it, but really maybe you didn't process it fully, or you assumed that it wasn't something that was significant. But I am getting an energy of, you know, something like that coming back, or something being brought back up. And this person is holding you accountable to really work on it. Like, they are not giving up. They may be an earth sign, or it's giving like Taurus, Capricorn energy, Aries energy, one of the more feisty signs that can really be like bullheaded, that will really push you even if you're uncomfortable. Like, they don't back down. This person may be a bit stubborn, especially when it comes to personal growth. Man, this relationship, there's going to be a lot of chaos, a lot of healing. In the beginning, you guys may have a lot of tiffs. You may fight a lot, to be honest. This kind of feels like you guys are kind of both looking for the same thing, but both of you are in your masculine energy, so you kind of butt heads a lot. And there's love here. Otherwise, both of you are, I feel like, are the same. It's like, I'm not gonna fight with you about no BS, but when it's someone you care about and when it really matters to you, you'll go head to head with someone. You'll take time and be patient with someone and explain to them and help them through it. And that's how this kind of feels. So it's all love. It's all love. Spirit, what else can you tell me? And then we'll get into the time frame. Anything else group 3 needs to know about this relationship or about this person? I feel like you guys are like the first year and a half to 2 years, it's gonna be good, but it's like a frustrating love. Like, I hate that I love you so much, or I hate that I care about you so much. Not in a way where it's like, because you're hurting me. It's not the traumatic version of that. It's like, I care about you so much and I'm willing to work on this, but there's so many like walls that you guys are breaking down. I feel like both of you are really in your masculine energy, or both of you are really in a similar energy. So it's like you're looking for the same thing from the other. You're looking for a healthy partner. So whatever they need to work on, you're calling them out on that. That makes them uncomfortable. Same for you though. Everything that they feel like you need to work on, everything that's coming up, they're telling you. They don't hold their tongue. Like, this person like I said, it feels very Taurian. It feels like a Taurus energy. But you know, they don't, when they need to say something, they say it. And it feels like you're the same way. And it's like, well, we can both say something. So it's like, really, and this may be a long time coming for you as well. Like, if you really struggle to find your voice and you're finally in this relationship where it's like, okay, I'm willing to work on this because I love you so much, but I need to stand up for myself. Like, if you learned that in a past relationship, that's where the intensity is coming from, because I see both of you in the same energy, even if you're not usually in this energy, or you haven't been before. So we have come to the edge and fork on the road. This is my pile where it's like, there's a mixed bag of you guys, because some of you, the fork in the road is like, this is someone from my past that I feel attracted to. I obviously still have love for, but I decided I wasn't going to move forward with. So what am I going to do? Some of you, the fork in the road is like, okay, we both want to move forward and we both want to move into marriage or lifelong partnership or settle down, be with our forever person. But there's these hurdles in the way. Do we want to do it? And then we have come to the edge, a very intense energy. Like, Spirit is like, how far are you willing to go to the edge? Are you really willing to dance with risk, with uncomfortability, with vulnerability? Are you really, truly ready? I was talking to my aunt one time because she's been married for like 8 years, and you know, I've seen her relationship transform, and there's been ups and there's been downs. And then I asked her like, dude, how are you so strong? And she said, you know what? I hate when people ask me that question because nothing prepares you for trauma. I've just like stood 10 toes and been disciplined and did it. I just did it. I just kept going. When things were good, when things were bad, I kept going. And that just like shook me because I was like, damn. Not going to ask anyone that again because that's kind of like a rude question, because it's like you're saying, dang, how did you go through it like that? Like, I don't know. It's just kind of like you probably shouldn't ask that. But also it gave me like this huge epiphany. And that's what I feel here with you guys, you know? It's like nothing prepares you to collide worlds with someone and create your own world, but you either do it or you don't. You either move past the fork in the road or you don't. And even if you struggle, you still get to have your happy ending, but it's just about keep going. It's just about continuing. And I don't feel like there's any perfect advice or a silver lining here, because it's not a bad thing. It's just reality. So, you know, yeah, this is hard. Like, to feel like you have to be vulnerable for another person, to feel like you have to prove something or work for another person, to feel like you have to forgive the past and actually heal it and move past it. All of these are very hard things, but there's no like perfect answer. It just, you just do it or you don't. I'm getting a mixed time frame with you guys as well. We have very soon, and then we got in the next few years, and the next few years came out first. So this could, Spirit's saying it'll come through as soon as it's available for you. We have focus on something else. So, and then we have number 2. You could be born on the 2nd. This could also represent February in some way for you. But focus on something else. It kind of feels like if you try to, there may be something that you actually have to work on, but also if you try to force it, you're just going to try to make this work or bring this out of someone else. Some of you guys may also be with someone already, trying to make it work with them or trying to make them into this person, and they just don't have the discipline, the drive to help you to be the best version of yourself, or to stand up and just keep going and be the best version of themselves. And then we have waited out for a better time. So if you're trying to force things right now, or if you are tied to someone, this is going to be longer for you because you have more to work on, or you actually have to get in alignment with this. Some of you guys are kind of out of alignment with this because you don't like having to work on relationships. So you may have always abandoned your past relationships when it got hard. You may be quick to cut people off or break up with them, people who actually had the potential to be special in your life. We have inspire others and focus on the positive. So I feel like at this time, inspiring others, whether that's your life purpose, whether that's, you know, helping the people in your life, also being the bigger person and taking initiative on the growth or doing the right thing for the relationship to be better, to have better, is the best for you to focus on. And then we have focus on the positive. So you guys may be very cynical right now and doubtful, and Spirit is like, you can't really attract something that's going to be so big for you in that vibration. So shifting your perspective and continuing to just go, to just move forward is what I have for you. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you want a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what came up for you guys today, group 3. I'll talk to you soon. Alright, if you chose group 4 with the pink stone, this is your reading using the Mermaid Tarot for you guys today to see who is your divinely guided partner and when will you meet this person. So let's get into it, Spirit. This is for group 4 with the pink stone. Who is their divinely guided partner for group 4? For group 4, who's their divinely guided partner? All right, let's get right into it. I'm not going to take these. Those didn't fall out with... They fell out because these two flipped over. So we have the Morning Glory and the Red Rose. Morning Glory says affection and determination. The Morning Glory, which blooms for a day, differs not from the giant pine that lives for 1,000 years. So you are very niche and very special, and your person is very niche and very special and very tuned into you, your specific needs and your specific frequency. You may struggle to meet partners that really connect with you on a deeper level. You may have experienced people that enjoyed you but never fully understood you. And a part of that, I feel like, is your own fear of vulnerability, perhaps because you assumed that no one could understand you because you knew that you were maybe different or a black sheep from a young age. But also there's an energy of you being very different and special and this person being very different and special, and you guys coming together and sharing something special together. So we have the Red Rose with hidden secrets. This one says 3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. So you guys, you know, you may have dated people who always wanted to just keep you happy or tell you what you need because they didn't want to lose you, or maybe they were afraid that you couldn't handle the truth, you couldn't accept the truth or fully understand them. But tapping into this energy, it really feels like it feels like this person has no problem being honest with you, but they're also very considerate of how you feel, so they still are mindful of how they communicate with you. You know, they say it's like not what you say, it's how you say it. So we have the Gloxinia, the Bellflower, and the Phlox. Gloxinia, love at first sight and proud spirit. This one says, when I saw you, I fell in love and you smiled because you knew. So you guys want a connection that is special, and this person you have that instant connection with. I just heard a remembrance. So it's almost like you remember this person from a past time, or they invoke this part of you, which may come out as like a little bit triggering, but stick with it. Because you may be triggered to feel this experience of vulnerability or love at first sight again after a long period of time, after a long dry spell, and Spirit is wanting you to continue to be open and try with this person. And then we have the Bellflower and the Phlox. Bellflower, gratitude. Gratitude makes sense of the past and brings peace for today, creates a vision for tomorrow. So you need someone who is grateful for you, someone who doesn't take you for granted, someone who understands how much you do for the house, how much you do for the relationship, how much you surrender and are willing to be uncomfortable so that both of you can win. And then we got the Phlox with unanimity and harmony. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe, is what that one says. So you need someone that's peaceful, someone who doesn't always need to be, you know, filled with drama, but also someone who doesn't always need to feel like stimulated, someone who doesn't expect you to entertain them, but someone who understands the true value of a relationship, someone who remembers why we're here. Like, I'm not here to constantly entertain you or to curate your experience, to make sure you feel good, to, you know, validate your reality. This relationship is something that we mutually share together, and we both need to be happy and fulfilled. And your divinely guided partner is someone who understands that. We also have the God here that just came up, tapping further into who they are. So this is someone who has a lot of creative power and energy themselves. They don't need you to create happiness for them. They don't need you to constantly fill their cup. They're someone who has their own God power, has their own uniqueness, and holds themselves to a higher regard so that you don't have to. They honor themselves. They honor their masculinity. They honor their femininity. Oh, this is interesting. This person feels like they have a very strong connection to like the divine. And it's crazy because we have the priest and the Messiah that came up. So this person may be very spiritual. A Messiah is someone who kind of like is a gift to humanity, but also someone who speaks like of the future, someone who could have visions, so tapped into spirit. So this person may be like psychic, or just very spiritual. The Messiah says serving humanity with humility. And I thought it was funny because we had that God card that came out before, almost like they have such a Ziploc tight relationship with God, with spirit, the divine, that they are like a spitting image of God, that God power really lives through them. They're like a channel of spirituality, spiritual energy, understanding. Then we have the priest, facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel for spiritual energy. I promise you I did not read that card before it came out, and this deck is way too thick to know what every single card says, so you're just gonna have to trust me with that one. But that's crazy. I literally said that like, oh, they're a channel for spiritual energy, and then I finally read the description and it says the same thing. The God. Benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. So this person is very complex, very much so connected to the higher power, but something that they really truly understand is you are not here to serve them. You have your own purpose and connection with spirit and your own reason why you're here on this earth. They have so much respect for that, and they give you time and space to be alone, time and space to have your own relationship with your friends, your family, people that you care about, to live your own life. They give you space and freedom, and then you guys also share something really special together. And we also have the Prince here. So I'm getting a little bit of an energy that this person can be a little bit possessive. It's like, I give you time and space and I'm fair, but don't play with me type of thing. The Prince, romantic charm and potential for power. The detective says great powers of observation and intuition, desires to seek out the truth. So if you have an ex, if you're talking to someone romantically, if you're flirting with your coworker, if you got a work wife, work husband, they are not going to be feeling that at all. They are going to check you on that. They will probably even look for it. Like, okay, let me look at your social media. Who do you talk to? Oh, you're always talking about this person at work. Noted. Let me look them up on social media. Like, they're a bit of a detective. I ain't even gonna hold you. And very romantic and passionate. So it's like, you know, I give you freedom, I'm fair, but also like everyone has their shadow side, or everyone has that side of them that's unsavory, and they are really kind of shameless about it. Like, they don't feel bad for being a detective. They're like, this is who I am. You're not, I'm not gonna get played. They really feel like I'm a great person. So if there's nothing to see, then there's nothing to find. So why are you worried? We got the visionary and the rebel as well. They have a bit of a rebellious spirit. This person likes to play. It's really giving Prince energy, because princes are known for being a little spoiled, or being a little, how do I explain this? What's the word I want to use? Like, just mischievous. Yeah. The rebel challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. So this person is on their own path of spirituality. They don't like necessarily follow a religion. They follow their own spirit, their own path, and where spirit leads them. The visionary, capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. So if they see something coming, they're going to tell you, like, that's a bad friend, or that person doesn't have your best interest at heart, not so they can control you and be the only person in your life, but it's in a very selfless way. Like, they're the type of person who will even make people that they're meeting for the first time more aware of themselves. So like, say they go on a first date with someone, and if you were to start trauma dumping on them, they would tell you like, you don't know me well enough to be telling me this information. Like, I shouldn't know something so personal to you on the first date. And it's not in a malicious kind of way. It's not in a personal gain kind of way. It's just, they don't feel like they need to collect certain information to be able to use it later, or to know everything about you so that they can, you know, manipulate you down the line. This person is just very real and raw in that way. And they kind of just watch out. They just watch out for people. They're going to tell you because that's what they observe. And, you know, they don't feel the need to always teach someone or to, you know, always be guiding someone. But if they see something that someone should be aware of, they just have a strong sense of character. They're going to say something. So what can we know about this relationship? They're showing up as the King of Swords, which is the cold, icy queen or king. The King of Swords is that communication sword energy. So a very direct and real communicator. And they speak with, they give you room. Like we have the Ace of Swords. So yes, they speak their mind, but Five of Swords in reverse, not to hurt you, not to critique you. And Five of Swords in reverse is kind of like, you know, especially with the Ace of Swords in reverse, it's like, I don't have an intention but to make this relationship better for us. Ace of Swords in reverse is like leaving room for you guys to come to a collective agreement or understanding with each other. They don't want to cut you down. They have no interest in making you feel bad, but they are direct. They don't sweep things under the rug. They don't pretend that everything is okay and everything is, you know, sunshine and rainbows. They're very direct. And when they feel like you're not helping their relationship, or when you're doing something that's not going to help the relationship, they'll say it. Like for an example, I was listening to this podcast earlier today, and it was like this lady who's like a psychotherapist, and she was reading stories that people send in to her. And one of the stories that she read, it was like, you know, she was talking about how she was in a relationship with a narcissist, and she was like, literally, there was no sign that they were a narcissist before. Everything was perfect in the beginning. And I hear that so often, and a lot of people say that when they know that they're in the wrong, because they immediately want to curate the narrative. Everything right in the beginning, they'll usually describe as, this person was nice to me, we were getting along great. And it's like, meanwhile, that person could have been love bombing you, or of course, you're a stranger. What reason do they have to be upset with you or mean to you? None. But as they start to realize you've attached to them without knowing them long enough to even truly know them, or, you know, that you're just looking for a void to fill, then they go mean and they're a narcissist now. And with this person, say you were to associate all this value with this person and try to tell this person that you love them in 2 weeks, they would straight up tell you, you don't even know me enough to love me at this point. Like, it's not like they speak with malice, but they really got their head on straight. Like, they're very straightforward and kind of blunt, and they will tell you things even if it will kind of pop your bubble or make you uncomfortable, or if you're just trying to feel something or find something or doing too much, giving them too much. They're gonna call you out for it. And it's probably it would be a little embarrassing to be in that position, like to have someone tell you, we haven't even known each other for 3 months. There's no way you could love me. You don't even know me enough to understand me fully. You know what I mean? Or there's no way you could want to get married, you know, to me. Like, you don't even know me. And, you know, like, this person is very direct in that way. So hang on to your wigs, because for my highly sensitives, that would be a hurdle. We got the Hangman in reverse and the Three of Wands. So this person goes for the best. I feel like I'm hearing coach energy. They may have been an athlete. They may be an athlete, or they may be a coach, because now I'm hearing this coach talking to them, and that's either how they grew up. Maybe their father was a coach. They may be a coach. Something, sports has played a role in their journey at some point, or they could be a personal coach. Let's see what else we get. Spirit, what else can you tell me about this relationship? This is a very strong person, and we have the Lovers card here. So Spirit's like, I know you don't want them, but you're a perfect match for them. And if you can put some respect on your name, you can get in alignment with this energy and learn to appreciate it. Or you asked for a partner that wouldn't lie to you, so you got to open yourself up to exactly that, you know? Like, I just get such a no fairy tale type of energy here. Hard work and discipline, Mamba mentality, you know, type of energy. Like, that was, you know, Kobe's thing, the Mamba mentality, where it's like, you know, you just continue to show up and you do your very best, even when you're tired. It's like all about discipline, less about the feelings of it all. So we have the Devil and the Four of Swords, Seven of Cups in reverse. You guys may have a tendency to run away from relationships because Seven of Cups in reverse is like, oh, hell nah. This person is making me sit, reflect, grow, learn. I want to run away here. I feel trapped, you know, or I feel cornered. Like someone is trying to tell me everything that's wrong with me or just making me feel bad. And Spirit's like, this divinely guided partner is giving you an opportunity to have the long-lasting relationship that you want, but it won't be easy because there is quite a bit of change required on your end, or just it's gonna be like kind of a shock and there's gonna be an adjustment period getting to know this person and being vulnerable in this way. I was just telling group 3 about how I was talking to my aunt the other day, and she's been married for like 8 years, and I asked her, like, dude, how are you so strong? Like, how have you gone through so much and you're so strong? Like 8 years of marriage, there's gonna be ups and downs, setbacks, you know, good times, bad times. How are you so strong? And she's like, nothing prepares you for trauma. Nothing prepares you for trauma. So whenever people ask me that, I just, it's not what you think it is, you know. It's when you're faced with difficult situations, hard situations, situations where you have to grow, situations where you have to show up, you just do, and you choose to do it over and over and over again. And one day you're in my position, 8 years married, happy, you know, and it's just because you've showed up again and again and again. So I feel like you guys may have had a history of running from relationships, and it's like nothing can prepare you for this, but are you going to show up for it? We have focus on something else. Let's see what else we get for time. Spirit may already be giving you the steps, and that's another thing I'm hearing. Spirit is giving you like the steps, but they, like, you don't see them as directly connected to finding love or getting in alignment with this, so you may not do it sometimes. Like when you get an intuitive nudge or when Spirit tells you, hey, do this, you may not do it unless you see how it would directly benefit you, whether it's love, money, a business opportunity, whatever. And Spirit is saying you're going to have to go on that spiritual journey and really tap into your higher self in order to get in alignment with this, because we're talking about your divinely guided partner. So you're going to have to allow yourself to be divinely guided to them. This isn't someone you can find, and this also isn't a relationship that you can take any person and make them fit into this mold. This is a specific person. So we got number 9, we got 18, we got hours. 9 could represent September. You could be born on the 9th or the 18th of the month. And then we have hours. So I feel like you're going to get an intuitive message or some sort of communication from Spirit will come in within hours. We have Saturday, Wednesday, and Tuesday. I feel like this is the days you do something. You may have something that you do on one of these days, like maybe you have a dance class, or maybe there's a dance class coming up or something like that, like something that you do where you may see this person on one of these days, but also these days could be significant. And this is the second card coming up, talking about don't focus on time, focus on something else, because it doesn't apply if you get in the way anyway. I just get like an energy of Spirit being like, there's no point to tell you, oh, 6 months from now, if you're not going to align yourself with that path to actually have it 6 months from now. And I see it all the time. Like people will say, okay, when is love coming in? I pull the cards. I see love coming in 3 months. Everything that they were guided to do that put them in the right place at the right time to meet that person, they no longer do, because they just hold on to the time frame instead of taking that as confirmation. Cool, I got something to look forward to. It's coming up pretty soon. Yes, excited, and continuing with their regularly scheduled programming. It's like they just hang on the time frame in the reading versus allowing it to happen and really being a part of the process. So make sure you're not getting in your own way. But we also have death as an illusion. So there's an energy of you separating from a part of yourself, and also maybe separating from a person, or a separation coming back together with someone that is your divinely guided partner and having a second chance, especially if you've self-sabotaged it at all before. That would make total sense for me, with all this pressure and communication being such an important thing here, so that you can actually have a long-lasting relationship. But that is what I got for you guys. My Etsy is linked below if you'd like a private tarot reading, and that is where you can find me. But that was your message today. I'll talk to you soon.